Okay, when you first access task module, you'll be seeing the list of tasks that you have created and the list of subtasks underneath the master task. And to the right side, there will be tasks realized in visual version according to the Gantt chart principle. So basically, SILKROAD ALM provides the Gantt chart system so that users can intuitively have a macro view on the project's whereabouts so that they can plan for the next step of software development. Okay, now let's start learning about how to create tasks and subtasks under it, and milestones, and how to move their positions from the Gantt chart according to the durations, and how to change the hierarchical structures among the tasks and subtasks, and some additional functions that is provided. So to make a new task, you have to go on to the left top side of the screen and click New Task. Then the newly created task will be added to the bottom of the list. Let me just say Simple Task. And now it is created. There will be 10 days allocated automatically and defaultly by the system. And the work progress in the first place will be 0. So you've got to open it up and start editing it. You double click on it. Okay. You can modify the name here, and you can choose if you want to add this task to the timeline by clicking the checkbox. And the status will be fixed to a new one because we did not initiate any workflows. And the duration, as I told you, 2 weeks for as a 2 weeks of working days. You can assign this specific task to the project participant, and you can also choose how much workloads they will burden while they are working on it. So let me just say 100%. So the NSC demo user will fully dedicate it to this task until it is solved. Okay. And the progress, let's say it was progress about 50%. And priority is critical. And you can also add some checklist for the task so that this task solver won't miss anything when he's working on it. And you can also assign the due date of certain checklist. And when it is done, the task assignee would just simply click on it to show people that he has finished working on it. Or you can just quickly delete the unnecessary checklist. Okay, from here, most of the information could be changed. Just click OK, but not all of them. Just go to go to the place on the left side and try to hold the bar when the icon comes up, and try to drag it to the right side. Then there will be hidden information revealed. So from here you can also change, you can make some modifications to the information by double clicking on certain fields. And you can also change the color of the Gantt chart bar. And the planned progress column indicates how many days have passed since the today line here, the current time here, starts to overlay over a certain task. So it's just date-based indicator, the planned progress. You may be able to find out how many days have left or how much percentage of work progress has left to make this task done. Kind of information can be also modified here and checked here. And predecessors here mean, take a quick look on the right side. You see these green dependency line? These are called the dependency lines. And look on the right bottom side here where my mouse cursor is at. If I try to drag a side of a Gantt chart and drop it on a different task's other end, then there will be the dependency line connected. And as you can see, the predecessor says 32. This means then 32 is the priority of this sample task, which has to end first so that the sample task can be initiated. And with these type of alphabets, as you can see from the 30th task, this means the 29th has to be finished. And to start the 30th one, there will be 4 days has to pass. 4 days have to pass after the number 28 is finished. This is what that means. And the semicolon here means that both 25th and 26th, they both have to end so that 27th can start. That's what that means. And these rules are all applied same to other tasks. So to create a new subtask, you're supposed to click and select the task that's on the highest level of the existing tasks, which is indicated with an icon that looks like this. And when they start to have a subtask, the icon will change to the ones that have check icons, the red check icons on this icon here. Okay, let's say I just created a subtask, and as you can see, the sample task, the master task's color has changed, and the form of a progress bar has also changed into something that does not have any progress. It's because, let me show you real quickly. The master task will continue to have subtasks as any other samples on above, and the role of the master task is to represent the rest of the subtasks, which means the master task will start to summarize the whole progress of the subtasks that it holds. As you can see, the range of the master task encompasses the very start of a subtask and the very end subtask. Okay, next is going to be the milestone. Milestone is used to present a specific moment of event, like meetings or a date when you have to submit some reports, or a date when a project is finished, something like that. So the duration of the milestone is always just 1 day. If you extend the dates, then the milestone will turn into a ordinary task. And onto the right side, if you choose to delete the selected task, it will be erased. But if you choose the master task, which has a multiple subtask under it, then an alert message saying deleting summary task will delete the subtask as well. Do you wish to continue? To stop you from making stupid decisions. Okay, next is called the outdent. If you choose subtask and click the outdent button, then the subtask will become to be projected out to a one level higher from its original position, and will turn into sometimes the master task or sometimes one level higher subtask. And if you click the indent button again with the ones that you just outdented, it will automatically find out the highest levels a task that is the nearest to its position from above, and will push it into that master task's subtask, just like this. And here, as you can see, there's a function called critical path. If you click the critical path, then the system will automatically track down the task that ends the latest among these whole tasks will be indicated, and all the other tasks that is connected to it will also be indicated. Next function is the filter function. You can filter specific particular tasks according to your filter options here. This is going to be very useful as the counts of the task gets higher. So don't forget to use this. And if you click the label button, there will be two different options. One is the title on and off, and the other is the assignee's name on and off. So it's quite a simple function. And the function baseline is providing a function to screenshot of the current location of the charts, which means the start date and the end date of the current location of the charts will be saved if you click the save button on the right. Let's say it's 2022. And save it. And then if you choose the one that you just saved from the combo box list, then there will be saved data marked underneath the progress bars, underneath the Gantt chart, like their shadows. This is provided to show you the difference that's made to the chart as the time goes by, and find out which has changed from a specific date or from a specific moment to compare the differentiated part. Uh, the ultimate purpose of this function. The ultimate purpose of this function is to help users compare with the original plans to the one that has changed. And if you click the delete button from the right side when you are while you are choosing the one from the list, then this baseline will be erased from the list. And if you click the PS report, then the progress status report will be generated according to the task that you have created, and it is going to be provided in a Word format, so the managers can have macro view on the current status of task or of project. And on to the right side, there's a function called calendar. You'll be able to coordinate the schedule of this whole task system from here. As you can see from the right side, you can decide how long a personnel has to work per day, and the basic standard working hours per day is 8 hours. And if you make some modifications to the default calendar from this menu here, then the whole schedule will be based on the working hours that you decided from this menu and will be applied to the histogram view here. Take a look at the histogram view on the right top, click it, and you'll be able to see the red and green blocks online alongside the names of the participants. If you over your mouse onto a random block here, then you'll be able to see the utilization percentage from on the fourth lane from the top. And look at the last lane that says utilization hours. It says 12 hours. So which means the 100% utilization will be 8 hours, and 50% over it will be 12 hours. 4 hours exceeded from 8 hours. And the green parts are the ones with lesser than 100% utilization, which is under 8 hours per day. So this histogram viewer and the calendar, they work together, they interact together to provide certain functions. And you can also add a specific day's schedule or a specific week's schedule by choosing the two different tabs, and you can also edit it or remove the specific special events off the calendar. And from the left side, you can also add new calendars. This one is the default calendar. If you touch this, then the whole basic working hours will be differentiated. But if you need a specific special calendar for a special event, and you can just quickly add one to customize a specific period's schedule. Or whenever you're gonna need this calendar, you can use it as a default one for a while, just for a while. Okay. Okay, the next function is the import one. Is the import function. If you click the import button, then you'll be able to upload MPP, MPX, XML type of files, which is created from the MS project. So this means that the SILKROAD ALM users can interact with MS project that the users can, which means the users can export the current work over to the MS project or vice versa. And to the right side, there's an export button. As I mentioned, you can export current works, current task works over to the MS project type, and you can either choose the Excel export format, and it will be looking like this. The WBS work breakdown structures, and the assignee percentage, and so on, some other information that you saw from this field here will be very similarly exported as an Excel format. And to the right side, I explained about the Historian viewer, so I'm gonna go ahead and start explaining the timeline and the resource viewer. Okay. The timeline viewer will briefly show you the whole timeline of tasks So this will be more convenient when it comes to obliged to complete the tasks in time. And the resource viewer, per personnel, how much workload and how is the schedule look like? Kind of information will be revealed when you choose this resource viewer. As you can see, the people who are associated with certain tasks will be easily spotted, and those who doesn't not have any works will also be spotted, so that managers can allocate certain workloads to them. Okay, so far was the task management, and the next one will be the issue management model.